guys, let me once again invite you to our lesson 3, whose main objective is going to identify the various sources of law. In this lesson, we shall delve into the sources of law in order to understand how law has managed to grow and evolve itself into the monolith that it is today. By source, we simply mean the point from which something emerges, springs, or emanates. And this definitely applies also to law. Broadly, the sources of law can be summarized as follows. 1. Custom. 2. Judicial precedent. And 3. Legislation. Let's look into our number 1, which is custom. This is the oldest and one of the most important sources of law. Custom is an embodiment of principles which have lent themselves to the natural conscience and principles of justice and public utility. Customs arise from frequent repetition of the same act and as such indicates rules of habitual conduct within a community. Uniformity of conduct in like circumstances is the hallmark of the custom. A valid custom consists of the following characteristics. 1. Antiquity, continuance, reasonableness, obligatory character, certainty, consistency, conformity with statutory law and public policy, yes. Now we can look at our number 2, which is judicial precedent. Precedent signifies a set of pattern upon which future conduct may be based. It may be an early event, decision or action followed in parallel circumstances later. A judicial precedent is an independent source of law. Stare decisis is a Latin word which denotes to stand by past decision or precedents and not to disturb the settled points. Precedent, or as we have said, stare decisis, denote employment of past judicial decisions as a guide for making all future ones for lower courts in hierarchy. A judicial precedent, or if you like, stare decisis, has a binding force for the subsequent cases. It is not the whole judgment that is to be binding. In other words, every statement made by the judge in an early decision is not binding in future case. Only those statements in an early decisions which may be said to constitute the reason for the decision or ratio decidendi of that case are binding as a matter of general principle in subsequent cases. Ratio decidendi is the general principle which is reduced in a case. It is the rule of law upon which the decision is founded and it is authoritative in nature. Apart from ratio decidendi, a judgment may contain observations not precisely relevant to the issue before the court. These may be the observations upon the broader aspects of law or answer to the hypothetical questions raised by judges or counsels in the course of hearing. Such observations are obiter dicta and without any binding authority, insofar as these are not essential to the decision reached. Now to our third source of law, which is legislation. Legislation is a deliberate process of legal evolution which consists in the formulation of norms of human conduct in a set form through a prescribed procedure by agencies designated by the Constitution. Legislation means to make rules for human conduct. The term legislation is derived from the word legis, which means law, and latum, which means to make or set. Thus, the word legislation means making of law. It's a source of law which consists in declaration of legal rules by competent authority. Legislation includes every expression of the will of the legislature, whether making law or not. Sources of law in Kenya. The sources of law in Kenya are divided into primary sources and secondary sources. Now, in the primary sources, this is where we include the Constitution and Acts of Parliament. And in the secondary sources include bylaws, or as we can say, county laws. We have religious books, African customary law, and then precedents. Now, as we make a recap of our lesson 3 of our module 1, this is where we've been able to learn the different sources of law internationally as well as from a Kenyan perspective. In lesson 4 of our module 1, we will learn about the role of the legal system, the judiciary, legal professionals, and civil society in the enforcement of law and administration of justice. Please let us meet there. Do you have any questions or comments? Please kindly post them in the comment section below the video. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, click the notification bell, and share with your friends and family or networks. Thank you very much.